Hey, welcome. I am in class. You might hear some chattering in the background. I also have the 3D printer going. Let us rig my character here. I showed you this in the last video. I'm going to just quickly add it to After Effects again. I've got this Adobe Illustrator file with 5 layers, a body, 2 arms, and 2 legs. So let's add this to After Effects in your project window here. So click and drag. Drop it in the project window. It's going to ask me what kind. Choose composition. And footage dimensions, choose document size. Click OK. You now have a composition. If you double click on it with 5 layers, I've got a black background. I'm going to fix the color of the background. So we're going to go composition, comp settings, and change the background color so we could see better. Awesome. Okay, the first step is rigging, adding the joints to each limb here and the body as well. So we're going to do this one by one per layer. This little button here, this little circle is the solo. So if we look right leg, which one is the right leg? So I'm going to be using the solo button to kind of show certain things at once. So if I just want to see the right leg, I could click on this button. So yeah, let's start from there. First of all, grab the pen tool up here. We have seen this before but never used it. I'm going to select that and zoom in a little bit with my scroll wheel. Basically, you're going to add pins to like the thigh. So roughly right there. Notice this little mesh pops up. When you see this mesh pop up, that means you're doing a good thing. Make sure that expansion is set to 10. When you do that, I think by default it's like 3. I'm going to hold down the space bar and move up. I'm going to drop another pin where you think the knee should be, and another pin kind of dead center on the foot. I've got a weird looking foot. If I didn't have this curly Q thing, it was just this foot, I would drop it dead center like right here. But because I had this massive foot, I'm going to drop it right here. Okay, so my right leg is pinned. Let's move on. I'm going to solo the right arm. Move across here, and I'm going to put a pin. Let's see, to kind of like make sure. Oh, that's why. Click on right arm. You have to select the layer first. And I'm going to do one on the shoulder. Wherever you think the elbow is going to be, and then dead center in the middle of the hand. Okay, let's zoom out. I'm going to unsolo this. So now my right leg and right arm are rigged. Let's now go to the body. Zoom in. And for the body, I'm going to drop a pin at the head. So roughly top of the head. Wherever the neck might be. Because like the eyeballs here, I'm going to figure the neck is kind of right here. And it's going to kind of hinge. Here's the neck maybe, so right there. And then lastly, wherever the, well, they call it the torso, but I'm going to put it kind of at the bottom of this body here. Okay, killer. So my body is now pinned. I'm going to do the same thing for the left leg here. So select the layer and drop pins where you think the thigh is, where you think the knee is, and where you think the foot is. Okay. Close that. And now we'll do left arm. I'll hit the solo button there. And zoom out, excuse me. Click once. The elbow and the hand. So all 5 layers should have pins. I'm going to click on this button here so it's no longer soloed. And yep, that's it. So the next thing we're going to do is rename the pins. So let's check this out. I'm going to select all the layers. Whoops, let's redo that. I'm going to close all these and start over for you. So to rename them, select all the layers. So hold on Shift, click on the top layer, hit the E key. that will show you the puppet, and then mesh, and then deform. So you need to open up all these things on each layer. Puppet, mesh, deform, puppet, mesh, deform, and then I won't go so fast on this one, so the very bottom here. So in each of these layers you have a kind of this puppet option that I got when I hit the E key. If I open up puppet, there's a mesh, we'll open up the mesh, and then we'll open up deform. Now the goal is to select all these things called puppet pins, because right now they all are called puppet pin 1, 2, 3 for each layer. That is not a good thing, so we need to fix that. Make sure I've got all of them opened up. Deform 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So all of them are open up. Now I'll go to the very top, and so that you can kind of see what we're doing here, I'm going to move the timeline up so that it's bigger here. Yes, thank you, Felino. I'm currently making a screencast, so I'm going to continue. No, you're fine, you're fine. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, here we go. Felino, you can see what I'm doing up on the screen. All right, so I've got all my layers open. Now I'm going to select puppet pin 3, hold down the shift key all the way through 1, and then keep going. Hold down the shift key, click, shift click, click. So I've got 5 layers, and I've got 3 pins in each layer. There should be 15 pins selected. So check. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, they're all selected. Now we're going to do our first thing in Duik here, which is rename. So click on rename, and we are going to rename the pins. So check pins, and I want you to check name and then number from. So for name, I'm going to choose pin. Number from should be 1. That's it. That's all you do. So after you've selected all 15 pins, we came over here to the rename option in Duik, and we chose pins, checked name, we're going to call it pin, and then number from 1. So it's going to go like 1 through 15. Once we're done, you click on the rename button here, and then we'll see everything just change. What? Right? 1, 2, 3, all the way through 15. That is absolutely awesome. I highly recommend you save your work. I'm going to redo all the windows. And I can get back to my original view because I saved this layout, right? So we'll go to Window, Workspace, and then Duik for Demo. I'm going to choose Reset Duik for Demo. Awesome. Let's save our project. File, Save. And for me, I'm going to call this Working Screencast CA for Character Animation. Click Save. And we're good. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.